let's have a little sexy time with ourselves. It's going to be a peaceful video, something of like a lounging video, yeah? So if you want to feel sexy with yourself, if you want to get together with yourself, hang out a little bit, come. Let's hang out a little bit. Let's do something out of the ordinary. Let's vibe together because through the vibe we can create, okay? Something like a little bit different from all this computer stuff, and all this really engages your mind a lot. So when was the last day you had an empty brain, no thoughts? You know, we're like oversaturating everything because it's like, yeah, it's building our intellects, and all of these explosions are information scrolling. And the thing with the mind calculator, it can start to create bridges and architectures that are like, then you're always entangled within that. It can lead to burnouts. If you have enough time in nature to actually sleep well, because it's almost like you can't do it in a city. I live in a city. I go to my friend's place in the village for 3 nights there. Like, I'm rejuvenated, but my dreams are so vivid. I have like 10,000 dreams a night. But here is more frequencies, it's way denser, and then you get used to the stimulus, you get used to the dopamine, you get used to the stress, and it's kind of like scary to let go. Join me in the formless. Feel the groove of my soul. Because through the groove, you can create. You know? How we talk about manifestation like all the time, like I'm manifesting. Brain power. Yeah, mind over matter, yeah. Consciousness over everything, but it's still through the internet and the language. I know this is the day and age of blah 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 blah, 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 blah. We are here to actually evolve intellectually in this age, in this time. So, cool. But we're here to grow beard also. There is a power to manifest that you don't have to know anything. You don't have to be smart. You can be fluid, you can be excited, you can be passionate, you can be on fire, you can be a dancer, you can be a singer, you can be something way more flowy, watery, subtle, and you already are. It's like called the feminine. And it works. I met this lady, she said, I manifest everything. My way of manifestation is I just go outside and I sing to the trees. And then I get whatever I want. And she wasn't, she was like, see, she was not serious, but she was truthful in a very non serious way. And I mean, as like your way of manifesting is you sing it to the trees and then it comes. And I only know that what she's saying is what I say is already. Yeah, but like I know it because I'm vibing with her. I'm like, oh wow, like it's nice, right? So you wanna study something, you go to school, you learn all these like technical ways. How we think of knowledge is like, accumulated data, and the machines that we're building, and analyzing the data it's who's ruling the world right now. It's Google robot, or Mr. AI is already having all the PhDs in the world, being smarter than all the, like, one AI has all the PhDs in every arena of the game of life. So maybe there's still like a few people somewhere in China that are smarter than that. But that's not the only way of smart. That's not only way of creative. That's not the only way of magic. And sure, you can have a nice synergy because here I am using the lingo, lexicon, sequencing, and expressing myself at the same time emotionally and intellectually. Yup. But TBH, to be honest, I was like watching some YouTube videos and they said, in the modern consumption of data streams, you have to create hooks that are less than 1 second. So you need to grab everybody's attention. If you want to make your YouTube video successful, grab everybody's attention with sound, colors, pictures, hooks. Can we just be not so forceful? Let's get into this new trend. Let's vibe. Let's groove. Let's not chase overstimulus because it's going to oversaturate. Any given day now, people are going to be like, nah, I don't roll with my phone. It's like life is easier without it. Because we are monkeys and want to experience things, and then something new, like, wow, we have this. Oh my god, let me see. Oh my god, let me, give me. I want it. And we're like, okay, I had it. Now it's like the same. So the fact about human consumerism and novelty addiction is, and then that's like everybody has to experience getting it, experiencing it, transcending it. Every wave, every culture, every age, It's like, I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen you before. Where were you from? All right. So, and this is what I'm on tonight. And also, I'm into you over there, human peoples, persons, boys, girls, men, women, children, whatever, cats, dogs, tomatoes. What's up? Like, where you at? Really, like, yeah, kind of like, I know where you at. I've been there. We're all there. There's all this multifaceted interests. There's all this stuff that's happening inside of us. It can be like even like weird and complicated, sometimes too complicated, sometimes meaningless and anxious and so this I know, and for that I wanted to say, let's bring it down into the ground. Let's just be here and just, what doesn't matter before, doesn't matter after, does not matter. You know, mine is like, oh, let's check out all of these other suggested videos, and the ads are popping out. And then thinking about where we need to supposed to be tomorrow, or whatever, yesterday, or after 100 years, or before past lives. Truly, you know how humans love sex? It's because you get into that very like intense, it's a tantra, it's like a spiritual elevation, frequency elevation. When I say tantra, there are many tools and rituals for frequency elevation where you start to get blowing up this like coding and like getting into that, but also, you know, us like coming together from, we we're like this consciousness arises through the yin and yang. It like splits itself up into rays and things and like peoples, and then everybody's busy with all these things that are necessary for me to go and like do, and then I'm like always processing reality, and it's tiring, and then we come together and we're like, oh my love, we're back together, oh my god. So you can have that with yourself also, because it's like a little bit obscured from when the mind and the ego and relationship to all these things are turned up to the max, and you're processing, multitasking, and it's kind of like turned up, and you don't notice that through your psyche you're giving meaning to things, and you're creating these degrees of separation through your story. You're creating degrees of separation with a million things at the same time. You can't feel whole there, but the completion of you, some people call it my twin flame, is always there. It's actually the canvas on your psyche where you project all of these thought forms. If you take them out, if you take out all these projected thought forms and you're like, the canvas of your psyche is your yin when your yang is doing the projection. So, like, your perfect partner, your lover, your spouse, your divine your twin flame, it's like, oh, we're here. You see? And then the subtle dance of that is not, it doesn't just happening in the shoulders, right? Because you have to work it from the shoulders. But it's also like you have to work it from the hips. But it's actually happening on a quantum level, on a yin and yang level, because it's all there is. Right there all the time with you. Supreme eros, supreme sexiness, supreme wholeness, and you know, polarity is rubbing into some kind of groove. This is where you get your voice coming out from. This is where you get your will coming out. The rubbing of polarities that's happening on a subtle level of this whole reality. So they're rubbing, 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 rubbing. But then if I rub them a little bit over excessively, that's gonna be like mental masturbation I'm talking about. Like, then I'm gonna start thinking about something, and the more I'm gonna be thinking about something, the more compartments I'm gonna add to these meanings and projections, and I'm gonna create an idea of something or someone. And then if I need to tell a whole story about how I relate to that something or someone, I'm gonna separate it so far away from myself. Still projected on the canvas of my yin, of my subconscious canvas, okay, where I'm like, your psyche, it's canvas and your mind is a projector, so they are one and they're interacting in this way. But now if you start to put all of these tabs on that canvas, you can't see you're already one with it. Now you think you need a manifestation tool. Now you think you need to find that love of your life. Now you need to think you desire something and you lack having it. It is only because you are not relaxing into here already one with everything. Perfect sexiness, love making. Yeah, you know. Then you can take that also and go, let's, I don't know, you dance, we can dance. We can do tango or like, I don't know, freestyle. Or you can have a delicious cake and you can just put it in your mouth and you can lick it, touch it, smell it, digest it. uh, or you can smell somebody else's hair or body scent or some other sensual activity, because it's all here. But we are lost in these circumferences, licking, touching, smelling, thinking too much. We don't acknowledge there's already an inherent beauty in the now moment that does not need anything. So subtraction, right? Subtraction, subtraction. I don't know. What's the word? Somebody please. They say less is more, and then it sounds so cool to the mind. Less is more. I just acquired another tab in my mind, like another mental note. Less is more. Let me add that to my mind. Oh my days. All right. So uh, maybe you are feeling kind of like in the vibe, in the groove. with this little late night transmission. Maybe you can hear my dog also, she's snoring on the bed here. Yeah, if you do feel the vibe, subscribe. Bye.